So world, this is Darren, your stock market coach. So I want to answer another frequently asked question that I get, which is, how do I make money in the stock market? People are like, hey, you're telling me to invest in the stock market. It sounds all good. But at the end of the day, how am I going to benefit from it? And how do I make money? So you make money in the stock market by two ways. Well, I'm going to tell you, it's other ways you can, but I'm going to tell you the two common ways, which is capital gains and dividends. So capital gains pretty much means this. You buy a stock at a certain price and then you sell it for higher than what you bought it. So let's use, for example, you brought something like, let's use Tesla stock, and let's just use a random amount. Let's say Tesla at the time when you brought it was worth $200 a share, and then you sold it 2 years later and it was worth $600. So basically your capital gains would have been $400. You brought it at 200 and you sold it at 600 when it was worth when you sold it. So you would have ended up having capital gains of $400. So that's one way people make money in the stock market, by buying a stock at a low price and then selling it for higher. The second way is dividends. Dividends is basically this. It's an extra incentive that some companies, not all, but some companies give their shareholders, meaning the people who invest into their stock, as an incentive for investing into their stock. Like, hey, not only can you potentially make capital gains with our stock, but we're going to give you dividends. And in order to get dividends, you don't have to sell your stock. You just pretty much you hold it. So let's use, for example, let's use a random company and let's use a random amount. This doesn't mean that this applies to necessarily their stock currently. This is just a random example. So this is how dividend works. Let's say you invest into Walmart. You invest into 100 shares of Walmart. Walmart pays an annual dividend, meaning they pay a dividend worth $2. So what that means is, for each share that you have, you're going to get paid $2 for just investing into that stock, and it's going to be based around how many shares you have. So overall, the dividend is $2, and how many shares you have is $100. I mean, not $100, 100 shares. So that would be $2 times 100 shares. So for all the shares that you have, your dividend payout will be $200 a year for just having dividend. Just for having the stock, that would be your dividend payout. The good thing about dividends too is they can increase. Some companies over the years, if they're continually to have good results and stuff like that, their revenue is looking good, they're healthier, they continue to expand, they might increase their dividends. So that's another way that you can make money in the stock market. 1, through capital gains, and then 2, through dividends. I hope this answers your questions. I hope it brings clarity. And thank you for tuning in. Like, comment, and subscribe. This is your stock market coach, Darian.